Welcome back, my beautiful, wonderful, plant-loving community, and it is such an absolute pleasure to finally be back talking to you about the things that we share love for, and that is plants, greenery, lush environments, making our homes feel more warm, vibrant, and obviously full of life. Doesn't it bring a smile to your face? I know it brings a smile to mine, especially when I get to share a little bit of my passion with all of you. And today, I want to do a little bit more of that. I want to talk to you about one of my favorite plants that I believe in 2020 will take over. It'll be in everyone's home, all the different magazines, everywhere, all over the place. Now, you know how much I care for fiddle leaf fig, but the one plant this year that I think will be everywhere, and that is the Ficus Altissima, better known as the council tree. It is cousin to the fiddle leaf fig, but such beautiful foliage that I promise you, your friends, those that you know, will have it in their home by end of the year. So today, I want to share some of my tips on how to care for it.
I, for one, love the variety of ficus out there, whether it's the rubber tree, the variegated rubber tree, the fiddle leaf fig. But like I said, one of my favorites right now has to be the Ficus Altissima. It stands out amongst the rest primarily on the color and the shape of its foliage. The almost camouflage pattern of its leaves reminds me of the pattern of variegated rubber tree. What I love about this ficus, and kind of like my passion and love for the rubber tree, is that it's not as fussy as the fiddle leaf fig. Those of you who are looking to really spice up your space and bring a little color and life into a room, the Ficus Altissima is definitely one you're going to want to grab. But you got to understand exactly how to care for it first. When it comes to light, you want to treat the Altissima just as you would any other ficus. For the best growth, you want to make sure you place it in a spot that gets bright indirect light. The brighter the better, but a mix of dapple light throughout the day will work as well. The one thing you definitely want to avoid is exposure to direct sun. Exposure to direct sun will definitely sunburn your leaves, so west-facing windows are a no-go for this plant. While morning sun directly kissing the leaves will be okay, afternoon direct sun will burn the leaf tissue, leaving the foliage with yellowish brown spots that look a little bit different than the brown tips you get from underwatering. When it comes to watering, my rule of thumb is to always make sure you stick your finger into the soil at least 2 inches deep to check moisture. If you pull your finger out and your finger is dry and the dirt just falls off instantly, well, that means it's time to water your plant. If you pull your finger out and there's mud or dirt stuck to your finger, well, give your plant a few more days to dry out. You want to be very mindful not to overwater your ficus. A sign of an overwatered plant are yellow leaves. A sign of an underwatered plant are brown tips. Make sure to place your plant in a pot that has a drainage hole, and make sure once you water it that water trickles down out of the drainage hole and into a base tray. Once that water hits that base tray, that's when you know you're giving your plant enough water. When it comes to repotting your ficus, you want to make sure that you're repotting only during growth season, which is between spring and summer. A good indicator that it's time to repot your plant is when you notice roots coming out of the drainage hole. Pick your plant up, take a look. If there's any roots peeking out of the bottom of that drainage hole, well, it might be time to repot your plant. Repotting your plant also helps to make your plant grow. If you haven't seen growth in a while, it might be time to repot your plant so that those roots have more room to grow, leaving you with more leaves, more foliage, and a larger plant. When you decide to repot the plant, make sure you're placing it in a pot that is 2 inches in diameter, larger than its previous pot. And when you repot it, make sure you do so on the day you are going to water the plant. It's much easier to pull a plant out of its pot when the soil is dry.
So yeah, that's it. That's how you're going to care for your Ficus Altissima. Go get it. Go grab it. Bring it home. Make a new friend for your plant buds. I hope this helps. Have fun.